You feel like you're hitting a wall, but what if that wall isn't stopping you? What if it's where God has been waiting all along? Burnout feels like failure, but heaven often calls it preparation. The world rewards performance. Christ offers rest. Maybe God didn't send the burnout, but He can absolutely use it. When your strength runs out, His begins. God often removes what you've been leaning on, so you learn to lean on Him. Your identity was never meant to come from your career. Maybe your burnout isn't the end of your purpose. Maybe it's the beginning of God's. The hardest seasons often strip away everything that isn't truly you. God isn't removing your purpose. He's removing your pressure. Because purpose grows best in peace. Even Jesus stepped away from crowds to be restored. Rest isn't weakness, it's obedience. The world says, keep running. Jesus simply says, come to me. You don't have to earn His love. Because grace is received, never achieved. Maybe this burnout isn't destroying your future, it's preparing your soul for it. What if God allowed your strength to fade, so you would finally discover His? For so long, your worth was measured by promotions, deadlines, and endless productivity. But heaven has never measured your value by your output. God isn't asking you to prove yourself. He's asking you to trust Him. Faith begins where control finally ends, and sometimes, burnout is simply God's invitation to stop carrying what He never asked you to carry. Jesus never called the strongest people. He called the willing ones. Your exhaustion doesn't disqualify you. It reminds you that you were never meant to carry life alone. The moment you stop pretending to be enough, God begins showing you that He always has been. Burnout often closes one door, so God can quietly open a better one. What feels like a setback today may actually be heaven changing your direction. God is far more interested in shaping your character than simply advancing your career. Diamonds aren't created under comfort. They're formed under pressure. Maybe your greatest breakthrough isn't waiting at the next promotion. It may be waiting in the quiet place where God finally has your full attention. Because God often whispers what the world shouts over. The more the world demanded from you, the more your soul quietly cried out for Him. And maybe that's the hidden blessing you've been searching for all along. Burnout has a way of exposing what you've been building your life on. If your identity is built on success, failure will always feel like the end. But when your identity is built on Christ, no storm can steal your peace. The storm may still rage, but your heart no longer has to. Maybe God isn't asking you to work harder. He's inviting you to walk closer, because the closer you walk with Christ, the lighter every burden becomes. The weight didn't disappear, but you stopped carrying it alone. That's the miracle of grace. It doesn't always remove the mountain. It gives you the strength to climb it with Him. Every scar from this season will become a testimony of God's faithfulness. One day, you'll realize this wasn't the season that broke you. It was the season that brought you closer to Christ than ever before. The promotion you were chasing could never give you the peace you've been longing for, because peace isn't found in achieving more. It's found in abiding with Him. When you stay connected to Christ, even the driest season begins to bloom. Your burnout is not the final chapter. It's the turning point God can use for something greater. One day, you'll thank God for the prayer He answered with a pause instead of a promotion, because God is more concerned with who you're becoming than where you're going. Every difficult season is quietly preparing you for a greater calling. So if you're exhausted today, don't assume God has abandoned you. Sometimes His greatest act of love is simply staying beside you while you heal. Healing isn't always instant. Sometimes it's one faithful step at a time. And every step you take with Christ is leading you toward the person He created you to become. So before you call this season a failure, ask yourself one question. What if this burnout isn't the end of your story, but the place where God's greatest work in your life truly begins? Before you leave, I'd love to hear from you. What season are you walking through right now? Share it in the comments below. Our community would love to pray for you. If this message encouraged your heart today, please subscribe and join this growing family of believers. Together, we'll keep growing in faith, one day at a time. And remember, your burnout does not define your future. God's grace does. Until next time, stay close to Christ, stay rooted in His Word, and never forget, you are deeply loved.